Reminds me of like Venezia or something like that. Very Italian. Yeah, that's very like Western Europe. Yeah, man, it's like it's a lake city. It's a Fire Emblem Engage MC, true. Yo, that's so hype. Okay, that's freaking awesome. Subscribe, please. So essentially, if you guys have missed it earlier today, about 15 hours ago, okay, in the last 24 hours, let's say, there's been both a official video talking about our next destination, because if you don't know, we are not going to 1.7, 1.8, none of that. We are going for 1.4 straight into 2.0. And it's official, it's here, it's happening. We are getting our next stop. So let's have a look at what Mr. Dong has to say to us.
Hello, 各位漂泊者们。
Hello, hello rovers. I'm Dong.
非常高兴和大家再次见面了。
It's great to see you too, Master.
1.4版本
Mister.
白昼之门中玩得开心吗？
I hope, yeah, I need to play more of 1.4.
我们与所有的漂泊者
Man, it's crazy to think that Wuthering Wave only came out in May. Like, it's been like, what, 6 months? That's crazy. No 1.5, 1.6, that's maybe the extra week. Yeah. We're going from 1.4. So this patch right now with Camellia. And then the rerun. And then it's new region. It's 2.0 straight away. So we're leaving Jiangzhou and we're going to Rinasceta. They were like, 6 months is enough for one full 1.x cycle. So time for the 2.x. The story latest development were a fated reunion with Camellia. Yeah, it was great. I haven't played the story yet. Now the stage is set for a new chapter of Wuthering Waves. Today we have some thrilling news to share. After version 1.4, when the Night Nox wraps up, we're bringing you version 2.0, baby! Woohoo! To help cure Abby's strange symptom of sleepiness and hunger, Rover, guided by the shorekeeper's advice, will leave Huanglong and the Black Shore and head to an all-new land, Rinasceta, Raguna, a vibrant city-state, famous for its arts and masked carnivals. This is a place where power and wealth are held by a few elite families. In Raguna, drama and creativity flourish along with commercialism. It seems Rinasceta is a mysterious... Wait, what did you say? That was so fast. Mysterious Sentinel is already waiting for the arrival of long-anticipated Carnival. Okay. So we'll get to meet a new Sentinel. 2.0 coming January 2nd. This is in slightly more than a month. That is so soon. Rinasceta. And what's cool is that it means this is going to be before HSR 3.0, right? HSR 3.0 release date. In theory, HSR 3.0 is going to be January 14, January 15, around those lines. So once again, they managed to not come out at the same time as the big names. And I think this is good for them. I think this is healthy for them. Make sure that they're not like stuck at the same release as the Hoyo games. So, you know, people will have to enjoy Wuthering Wave for 2 weeks before we have the massive update for HSR, right? Very good. We can't wait to have you join us on this adventure. We have another exciting news for you. Oh! The PlayStation 5 version of Wuthering Wave. Hey! So for people who want to play on the PS5, you can now play Wuthering Wave on the same date as the release of 2.0. That's awesome. It's already available for pre-registration. Lovely.
This is
Rinasceta. Yo, we get to see a sneak peek into the city. Wait, show me. I like Mr. Dong. He looks so happy all the time. That makes me happy too. I'm just like, I'm like, bet, like him. Yes. Yes! Who this? Ooh. Yeah, we can see the... Oh! Look at the Sase Discord! Reminds me of, like, Venezia or something like that. Very Italian. Yeah, that's very, like, Western Europe. Yeah, man, it's like it's a lake city. It's a Fire Emblem Engage MC, true! Yo, that's so hype! Okay, that's freaking awesome. Big celebration and stuff. Oh, I love her. And she's a tea sipper. Oh, spill that tea, girl. Okay, I like this girl. Damn, she looks insane. Yeah. So on top of that, we have had a lot of information. So this actually came out before the trailer we just saw, and we have here like Upon a Distant Shore. Surprisingly enough, this looks a bit more... I thought at first that this was more like Egyptian, I guess, you know, because of like... This seems like, you know, like a scepter. And I was looking at this, I was like, oh, this reminds me of like, you know, it's like weird sphinxes and stuff like that, right? Here we have the mask, obviously. So, you know, it's very carnival, very masquerade, that kind of stuff, looking very, very good here. So here, this is, you know, the place of Raguna and Rinascita. Very, very cool. Almost, you know, like something like Commedia dell'arte or something like that, which would make sense with the region that it's probably based on. Here we have Let's Set Sail. I'm not sure what this is. This looks kind of like a purse or something. But yeah, it looks very, very cool. To the Hidden Archipelago, the Land of Echoes. This, I think this is a tie. It's a tie being like rolled up with the, you know, like here you have like the little clipper. I'm not super sure. And is this a weapon? Is this a gun? This looks like a gun, like maybe a weird crystal musket, but I'm not entirely sure here. It's a strange shape. Maybe an umbrella, I don't know. It looks like a gun, I think. All right, and moving on, we also have some official Dripmarketing. Message from Rinascita, may the Sentinel guide those who are lost. And here we have the first character officially named in Rinascita, Phoebe. I'm gonna say, I can't actually really like the name Phoebe, and I'm glad we have her. And she is the one that carries that cane with the bird on top here. So, obviously, with the look that she has, a lot of white, a lot of frilly aspects, her hair is like in the wind, and she had that scepter with like a bird on top. So that makes me think that she's going to be wind element, right? So something very aerial. Also, interestingly, with a mix of like white and blue, this kind of reminds me of the royal colors. Like if you look at France, for example, when we used to have a lot of like nobility. Obviously, she doesn't have like leaf flower or anything, but like this kind of gives me an idea that she's, you know, she's of high standing. So I could see her being a wind character. Now the cane is very long and it doesn't necessarily look like a weapon, but it could be a sword cane, right? It could be something that she unsheathes from the cane and actually fights with it. It's kind of hard to tell from just this picture, but this is like purely speculation. So I could see her being a kind of a, maybe a duelist. Like maybe her weapon is like a rapier, for example, right? So she could be doing some, like an estoc or something. So, what's it called, that sport where they go like back and forth and they go, yeah, with their weapon are super thin? You know what I mean. Anyway, she kind of reminds me of that. Anyway, moving on. We also have this bad boy here. Look at this guy, Brent. That guy kind of looks like a mix of a pirate, but also like a circus guy. Fencing, thank you, Dio. That's the word I was looking for. So here we can see that, like, it's kind of it seems to be like a carnival guy, but that also really looks like a pirate. So I could see him being like maybe like a traveler on the sea, but it's like it's a troop, you know. I could see that. And here it's very, very colorful. Obviously, that fits with the theme of the place with a lot of carnival. And we can see that he seems to have a sword there. It's a bit hard to say because there's a big guard here. I don't think this is a falchion because I think it's too thin for that. But this could be maybe a shorter scimitar, something like that, you know. And yeah, and here on the side, this looks like maybe a gun or a crossbow. It's a bit hard to say, but he also has like a little mask here. The belt, the double belt, he is looking pretty good. He's looking very sassy. And that V color goes all the way down to the belly button. Insane. So yeah, looking good. We can see that he has the tacit mark on his chest. Very hot. And for the girl, the tacit mark is on the thigh. Very hot too. Now we have another character, and that's the one we saw in the trailer. Rochia, it seems her name is. I'm actually not the biggest fan of that design, unfortunately. I'm not super into the hair, I'm not super into the outfit. Obviously, this is very Arlequin. So, you know, Arlequin, obviously, with like the colors being like in patches and stuff like that. It's very gestury, it's very masquerade again, with like the mask and the very high, like thing at the top. It looks like a peacock, something like that. I will say I'm quite intrigued by this sort of weird creature in the back. Is that like a shadow? That's probably a forte, right? So that would be like a big shadow or something. The box here. So I think this character might be the same troop as this guy, right? Because I feel like there's a lot of similarity with like the way they are dressed. And I could see her, like the box that we saw earlier, this is not actually a purse. I think this is an escape box. So maybe she's like a magician and she gets into the box and like, you know, there could be something like, oh, you're so nice at it or whatever. And then she does a magic trick and she escapes from the box. Something like that, you know, a classic. Because like it looks like it opens and there's like some teeth in there or like some spikes. So I feel like she's probably from the same faction as this guy here, right? And I think they would be like in a circus or something, in my opinion. Now, oh, I didn't even see her before. That, what? Well, we know we know where we're saving for. Oh my god, she's so pretty. Man, lady in a suit. She seems to work for security because she has like this little thing with the cord there. So she's probably like a bodyguard or something. Oh, the abuba, the tie, the woman pants, the horns, the eyes that tell me I'm gonna kill you if you do one wrong move. Oh, please, I'll do a wrong move. Kill me, lady. Bark, 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 bark. Oh, she's so hot. There goes the alarm. Getting time to get to work. Oh my god. What did you say? Paris tummy is rumbling. Inspiration. Don't be shy. Okay. The course is determined. Time to set sail. Oh, yeah, so he is like a sailor. May the sentinel guide those who are lost. Okay, so if I had to say this girl, I would say she's like a sword user and she's using like a sword cane. I think this guy is a sword user, but maybe his skill allows him to shoot like a gun. I think this girl, man, it's hard to say. I feel like this girl could be like a weird thing where like she's maybe a gauntlet user, but she actually fights using the shadow. Or she could be a rectifier user. This girl... Man, I want to say maybe a broadsword. There's nothing on her that tells me like she would be using a gun, but she could be. But also, to be fair, there's nothing here that tells anything. But I could see her using like a sword, like a large sword. Or maybe, yeah, maybe guns. I don't know, so far I've been pretty underwhelmed by the guns user in the game, so who knows. And finally, we have the girl that we saw at the end there that was like drinking the tea. Let's prove a value to each other. And her name is Carlotta. Ooh, I love her. She's so pretty. And it is like an umbrella gun. So maybe this girl is actually using a gun. And so in that case, I could see her being a broadblade. Yeah, something like that. That would make sense. I think... Oh my god, that's tough. I think if I had to peek and be reasonable with the amounts of resources I have, I would definitely pull for Zanny and for Carlotta. And I probably would have to skip the other characters. I think I'm skipping this girl. But I feel like she's gonna be a 4-star, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like if I look at the design here, she might be a 5-star, He might be a 5-star. I think that's a 4-star. Unfortunately, I think this girl might be a 4-star too, and this is a 5-star, in my opinion. So I think I'm gonna pull for her. I want a copy of her at least. Those two, I'm not into their design. I'm not gonna lie. Unfortunately, that's not for me. And maybe I get this girl as well. We'll see. But yeah, looking good. Super excited. We are getting 2.0 really, really soon. Early next year. And I'm looking forward to it. Let me know what you guys think. Which is your favorite character from those that have been announced so far? Do let me know that in the comments. Are you saving? Are you seizing? Are you crying just like me? And I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers!